highway department, I think we're just not discussing.
Okay, and then on this one, it says 139,000.
That's fund balance. So that's coming out of fund balance, going into your revenue to get your revenue code up from 100 to
Is this your fund balance?
It's your fund balance, it's everybody's fund balance. Every budget code has a fund balance, 39,000. That's highway department fund balance.
Okay.
Write it out. It's actually going into your revenue account, so it'll be an incoming.
So I need to make both of these?
Yes.
All right. AT&T says it's 5:46. We're a minute late. We'll go ahead and call this budget meeting to order. All right. Everyone should have gotten agenda, hopefully. And we'll just kind of go down the agenda and go through some of these. So first on our items, we got some transfers and amendments. I'm just going to start with the top stack of my papers here. So, and I think we were just talking about this one over here, trying to get clarity with the highway department. So there's a credit that's come in of $25,000. It's going budget code 101 and
131. This is highway department.
I'm sorry, yeah.
131 is highway department.
It's highway department, and that's transferring to 131 49,800. Yep.
That's actually the revenue side. What's happening there is the revenue was only budgeted for $100,000.
So that's the revenue line item up.
125, so we've got to get the revenue up from 100 to 125. That's what that one is, going into the 49,800. That's your revenue side.
So, Jeff,
Yes.
I think, should this one be 101, $25,000 out of fund balance to 131?
No.
Because we haven't transferred it out yet. We got to transfer it out of 101 first.
It was transferred in the budget. It was a transfer out in the budget going to solid waste.
There's already a transfer out in the budget. We've
Okay.
already got it in 101. It all has to be 131.
Okay.
It wasn't solid waste.
It was going to solid
It was
waste.
originally going to solid
Because there's a
waste.
transfer in from solid waste. They're just not going to, they're not going to receive it.
We had $125,000 budgeted and 101 transfers out. 100,000 of it was earmarked to go to highway department. 25,000 of it was earmarked to go to sanitation.
116.
We decided not to do that. So 125 was already budgeted in 101. We don't have to touch it. But there was only 100,000 budgeted in the 131 revenue. So we've got to up their revenue by 25,000. That's what the fund balance to the transfers in, 131. That's the revenue side. The other side, which I understand is not completed, but I can give you some numbers,
We've got it. We broke it
is
down.
coming out of the fund balance, going into the expenditure so they can spend the money. It's going to be 62000 404,
Yep, that's the hot mix.
which is hot mix, which is their hot mix expenditure line item.
But we'll do these one step at a time. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
two separate transfers.
Two separate
One's
transfers,
revenue
so we
side,
vote
one's
on each one of them.
expenditure side.
So,
Thank you for the clarification.
Debit, left, credit, right.
Yeah.
so I'll need a motion and a second to move this 25,000 into highway department's revenue line.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion from Tommy,
I guess we discussed that before we were supposed to.
second from Frank. All right.
Got her done.
Now since we've already discussed it, we can officially discuss it. So I think everybody's clear, all right, on Brenda did a good job.
There's two separate transfers, one going into the revenue, one going into the expense, one so they can receipt the money, one so they can spend the money.
Yep. All right.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
is the ultimate purpose of the $125,000 to be directed toward the maintenance and improvement of Window Rock Road?
That would be a question I would direct, and Eric sitting behind you. This is going into a hot mix line, so I'm assuming that it's hot mix that you can put on any road.
It
Correct.
is, but the plan is to pave about a 2-mile section of that road.
All right.
And is there anything that attends this action which locks that understanding in?
No, but what locks it in is I'm telling you that I'm going to pave the 2-mile section of that road. It will get done
When?
when we get weather and I can get hot mix.
So the very next time the weather turns right and you can get hot mix, that money will be expended toward Window Rock Road.
It'll be done this spring, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Where it was a year ago. Okay, got it.
All right. Any other questions or comments? There being none.
Well, I do.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this before, that 125,000, we've taken that out of the general fund, right? So basically, these are taxpayer dollars that are going to cover damage to that road that is created by a project.
Actually, no, because 131, this is 131's fund balance, not 101, and 131 doesn't get property tax. Most of their revenue comes from fuel tax.
But it was a transfer out originally.
It was a transfer out of 101 originally to 131 and 116.
Right,
yes.
so it originated inside the general fund. Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, that's my point. I mean, you know, the question is, you know, so this is 125,000 now that is our taxpayer dollars that are being spent on a road. Why didn't we go after the people who created that damage during the project?
How many houses have been built out there?
Out where? On Window
On
Rock?
Window Rock Road, how many houses are out there?
There are several houses, but
Exactly.
that damage...
So when you blame one entity, you can't do that, Linda. There's
Still,
houses.
on Henson Gap where they cut across the road, that still isn't fixed. And that's right outside that substation. These trucks destroyed that when they were going in and out of there.
We're
it
just
was
talking
obvious to the
talking about
homeowners.
paving it right now.
That's not the argument. I mean, the road needs to get fixed. Okay, it's you know, where does the money come from? You know, why wasn't that issue addressed with, you know, the primes that were working that project? But why don't they have a responsibility when it comes to destroying the roads? They actually didn't just destroy the asphalt on the road. It went all the way down to the road base. Eric knows because he's been out there patching it. When that project was going on, he tried to put some patches in it, but
So you're saying
I'm saying-
Hamilton, let
Go
me
ahead.
finish. You're saying George Hamilton created all the damage on Window Rock Road. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that there was damage that when they did that project.
So you
there
don't
was
think trucks have
obvious
been out there
damage.
building houses, building driveways, delivering rock? You don't think no other
They
truck
also
has been?
contributed because that road was never built for those weight, for that kind of weight in those trucks.
So you don't ever think another truck has been out there that weighed
No, there
that
have been,
weight?
and then the trucks that took all that dirt that you authorized to take up there.
Absolutely, I'd do
So
it again
there were-
tomorrow.
You know, and that was another county decision, so there were more trucks, more traffic on that road.
What about the rock yard that used to be where the $4 million house is that traveled in and out of there with loads of
Yeah, no,
rock?
I just
And that was
addressed
years and years ago.
Well, but I'm saying when they built that house too, you know, there were trucks in and out hauling dirt and rock going to that place. But why didn't we address this with people? We have this constant issue up in the mountain, you know that, Keith, is we have so much traffic, sand pit, the rock quarry, and those roads are not built for that. But we're not doing anything about it. We're not taking that and saying, well, how do we fix that problem?
But
We have the same
wasn't it,
problem out on Caggle Mountain on the Benny Camp Road, which I've been patient with her this whole time. We talked about it a lot. It needs to be paved. But with the log trucks running in and out of it, if they tear it up, then who's gonna fix it? Well, okay, what makes Window Rock more important than the Benny Camp
I'm not
Road?
arguing, I'm specifically talking about Window Rock, sir. I'm sure there are other instances throughout the
Well,
county.
there's other roads around here
So-
that need to be fixed too.
So how it works is a truck that weighs over 26,000 pounds buys a tag over at the tag office. They pay much more than you do for your automobile. Part of those money is called a highway use tax. A lot of that money we get back to the counties. that goes into the general fund originally. So they're already paying the tax for the tag, where your tag costs $29, theirs is going to cost $1,600.
Okay, but that still doesn't, that probably still doesn't cover, the issue is we have heavy traffic. But
As long as there's development, there's going to be heavy trucks.
Mr. Chairman, can I put some input into this?
Sure, go ahead.
I live out of District 1 on Lewis Chapel,
Yeah.
and I can see Linda and Keith kind of getting a little crossways there. I've got a very close relative that lives at the very end of what is considered the public part of Window Rock Road, and I'm out that road regularly.
Yeah.
When they were hauling, number one, when they built the substation, the subcontractor that had the site work job made a road coming off of that private property onto Window Rock Road. And as soon as those dump trucks hit Window Rock Road, they had to turn those front tires to get onto that road. And when you got a load, 20-ton load, and you turn those tires on a road that was only built for essentially pedestrian or residential people with light traffic, it rolled the road up.
Yeah.
So yes, that contractor specifically caused that problem the first 100 to 150 feet as you enter Window Rock Road. Then I went out there one day and they hauled all of these truckloads, 20, 25 tons on the truck, plus the weight of the truck. I went out there one day to see my relative, and there was that truck hauling that waste from that job site off the road, had tore up part of that road in the right-hand lane that he was on, probably for 50 feet. So yes, that truck caused that damage. There's another place up there where those trucks were turning, and yes, that truck caused that damage. To answer Keith's question, did he do all the damage? No, there was already some wear and tear on that road. However, it got really bad after that contractor was hauling all of the excess dirt from the site where they put the electrical substation.
Yeah.
There was hundreds of tons of dirt left that site and went out that road. And yes, they caused a tremendous amount of damage on that road. Now, to Linda's point, I was a contractor for almost 40 years, worked in 18 states. As a contractor, if I tore up somebody's road, the contractor had to fix that road, or our insurance companies had to fix that road. So I see Linda's point, taxpayers of this county, I don't think should be paying out of my property taxes that comes down here, that's been coming down here for over a half a century, should not be paying to fix a contractor's issue. So hopefully that gives some insight on that road.
So to put it in a very specific geographic frame, at the intersection of Henson Gap with Window Rock for approximately 200 feet, there was damage directly attributable to substation truck traffic by the design of the way spoils were removed from that property directly onto Window Rock with a new cut. That was contractor caused damage. That should not be general fund payment or road payment to fix. Window Rock past that point is degrading on the edges, etc. The asphalt itself is problematic from years and years of use, and by construction of one very large opulent house at the end of the road that took some 320-ton dump trucks to fill it up. That was really the death of the pavement at that point. That's, you can call general purpose wear and tear for a good 2 miles. and some 50 houses and residences utilize that 2-mile stretch from Henson Gap to essentially my mailbox. Past that, there's 5 houses presently. And a lot of dump traffic went, taking the spoil from that substation construction out to a dirt road. Why that occurred, I don't know. Was it the county approving it? I never heard anyone say it. But it doesn't seem to me that there was county appropriation of any monies to take hundreds of truck trips out to a dirt road and dump it. So I don't know that the county is on the hook. As I understand it, there'll be a court issue that resolves that. So I'm here to suggest that, yes, the contractor's bond should be hit for the damage done in the first 200 feet of that intersection, and county money should be spent fixing the remnant for 2 miles approximately as currently recognized in the county road system. Beyond that, there needs to be a court case that resolves who owns the 2 miles past that point and who owns and has responsibility for maintenance of that dirt track that got ripped apart, and what sort of private interest got served in the process of doing that. So that's the position of the people I come here to represent from Window Rock Road.
I may not,
But if Window Rock Road's not a county road,
I may not be talking about the
1.8
same
miles
thing
of
as
the paved section
they
of 4 miles
but
is county.
previously at one of our meetings, they discussed, Eric was trying to wait till they got
Because it's
through
already
with some of
paved,
that
it's not
work.
dirt. We've been here.
We discussed it adamantly, and they pushed for it to be done. They wanted to wait till they got through with it. But are we not, am I talking about something different?
No,
Or-
you're good.
I mean,
So-
but that, it's like, he tried to wait, and they wanted it done yesterday.
I'm gonna shut us down right here, because this is about a budget transfer. I understand Linda's point is noted. This however is not the session to gripe about a contractor tearing up a road. That needs to be handled, not in budget. I don't disagree with Linda's point, but the transfer that's in front of us is what we've got a motion and a second on, and the transfer is what we're going to vote on.
And I agree with that, but I don't want that issue to die right here. I mean, we're going to approve this transfer, no doubt.
Right.
But the issue still needs to, so where is that issue going to be
That needs
taken
to be
up?
with the roads committee.
I agree.
So let me ask you, what would the motion be to go after the contractor for damage on his
I think
insurance?
that's between you and the attorney to take that issue on. It's a legal issue.
But I absolutely believe it should be handled in the roads committee. Right? Or am I wrong, Mr. Johnson?
Theoretically, yes.
This is the finance committee. This is the budget committee.
Way to go.
My understanding is we're simply transferring funds that are already in there. It's just in a different account. Am I not right? That's the purpose of this.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the purpose of this. This is transferring so that the highway department has these funds.
That's what I thought.
All right.
And we got a motion in a second.
And we got a motion and a second. Any other discussions? There being none, all in favor of this transfer, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
will this discussion be reflected in the minutes of this committee?
Yes.
When will those minutes be available publicly?
Probably tomorrow. I don't know. We'll get them available.
Thank you.
All right. The next item, this is the second half of that transfer. It's that same amount, 25,000. Moving it from 131, 39,000 fund balance to 62,404 hot mix line.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Brian?
Yes.
And any other discussions on this? We beat that dead horse on this first movement, so any other quotes or discussions?
I have one question. Was the contract for the substation had money built in to take the spoils somewhere else? I presume there was a line item for disposal of that sand, and it wasn't destined for the top of Window Rock. So presumably a big chunk of money got saved on that contract because the county took responsibility for putting that spoil on a dirt road. Where did that savings end up going?
That, the power substation is not funded by the county. That was Squatch Valley Electric backed by TVA. The money, they had a place they were going to take the dirt.
Was that contract
It's not
facilitated?
spoiled. That's really good chert dirt for a road. If you'll drive out that road, and you can drive all the way to the county's property out there, that's some of the best dirt I've ever seen building a road. There's not one rut in it. We've done nothing to the road but graded in. It's perfect dirt. So you keep calling it spoiled. I don't see it like that. It's great dirt. Chert is great.
It's not true. It's quite a bit of sand mix in there.
Have you driven out the road?
Several
Did
times.
you get stuck?
Last year, yes. It depends on how much rain is up there.
No.
Who had the contract? Was it the county or was it TVA or was it
What was
Squatch
county?
Valley?
County don't. So we needed the road built up to get to our property. They gave us the dirt. So.
So the county saved them a bunch of money.
Well,
Smith Construction is also involved.
TVA is going to raise, we're paying, your electric bill pays TVA. It's your money. Yeah, I guess they did save money, save you money.
I don't know. I know there was a contract that had a provision that didn't end up costing them. I don't see that the county made a benefit out of it.
We've got a road built to our property.
You see my point. There was a line item. Somebody got that money.
It wasn't the county.
Mr. Chairman, can I put my 2 cents in it? As a contractor, general contractor, typically what's going to happen on that site, either TVA or SBEC, whoever had the contract on that, hired a subcontractor to do the dirt work. Typically in that contract for that site contractor, he's responsible to remove the spoils. What he does with it it don't matter, but it is in his contract to remove the excess dirt. Whether it's spoils, whether it's the greatest compactable dirt in the world, it's in his contract to remove it from the site because it is not needed on that site.
Yep.
That's typically what happens.
Well, and only comment, because I'm going to shut it down again, because, this more budget committee can investigate this, but this contract was not with the Sequatchie County. So, what's stated in the contract, I can't tell you, but we can ask and we can find out, but we'll leave it at that.
Which one? The contract to take the dirt up the mountain or the one to take it off the mountain? One of them was a county contract.
County didn't have a contract.
They just took the dirt and moved it without any permission.
I asked them for the dirt. It's free.
Well, but Smith Construction, this is the equipment on that site, when that road was being built, it was Smith Construction that actually built that road, moved that dirt around.
All right. So I've got a motion and a second to move this 25,000 into the hot mix line. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. All right. Agenda here. We got a couple more transfers.
They're just insurance reimbursement.
That's just the one that's showing is the highway department guy actually got the budget amendment here, or is this?
They got a page full of amendments.
Yep. In your package, you should have gotten a sheet that's got the Highway Department's budget amendments. Increase of looks like bridge maintenance, other contracted services. We got 70,000. Asphalt hot mix, bumping that to 350.
Chairman, make a motion to approve the amendments.
All right.
Second.
Brian. All right, I have a motion and a second to approve the Highway Department's amended budget. Any questions or comments? There being none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. All right. Next on the list is a budget transfer from 101, transfer 39,000 from 39,000 fund balance, sum total of $40,029.17, and that's transferring to 54,497.90 EMA other equipment. This was well, I'll need a motion in a second.
So moved.
A motion from Frank. And a
Go
second.
ahead, Tom.
Go ahead, Tom.
Second.
Tommy.
All right,
All
this
right.
is, actually, you should have a copy of the check with it for the same amount, $40,029.17. That's an insurance check. This was the lightning damage to the repeater, am I saying that right, Brian? To the repeater to get it fixed, so we can pay it. So it actually went into 39,000. It's the insurance check. We're taking it back out of 39,000, putting it into the expenditure line to fix the repeater. That's what this is.
Any questions on that one? There being none, all in favor say aye.
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 All opposed, motion carries. All right. The next transfer that I have is, again, from budget total 101, 39,000 fund balance, sum total of $9,493.
Yes.
Transferring that to 54,110, 338 sheriff vehicle maintenance. And I'll need a motion in a second.
Tommy has a motion.
Tommy? Brian, Frank, anybody second?
Second.
I'll second. Sorry.
All right, so this one, there's also a check in there with this one. This is the insurance, this was
This is a car that was totaled from the sheriff's department. They chose to keep the car for excess parts. The $9,493 is the salvage value, came from the insurance, putting it back into vehicle maintenance.
Any questions? There being none, all in favor say aye.
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 All opposed, motion carries.
And that's it, that's all I had. Something else.
That's all the transfers that I have. So next on the item was, on our agenda is solid waste surplus. So there's, you should have a list in there. There's a case tractor, bush hog, county line tractor rake, Husqvarna lawnmower, welder generator. You guys see the list. We'll need a motion in a second.
Should sell that generator.
How will this be surplus? Is this going to be an auction or?
We can do either, we can do an auction or we can do a sealed bid, whatever this committee wants to do. We've got two choices, so.
Make a motion to declare surplus.
Second. Linda got it. Not me this time.
Linda. So we got a motion in a second to declare these items surplus. Any more discussions? There being none, all in favor say aye.
Hey,
All opposed? Motion carries.
So then how are we gonna dispose of it? If it's up to the committee?
But we could get somebody to go out and on site and sell it all on a Saturday. That might be the easiest for that many items.
And bring the most money that way. Sheriff, do you have any stuff to auction right now?
I'm out.
You're cleaned up.
I can procure an auctioneer, it'll probably cost us 10% or something. Sound good?
You want?
Public auction.
Public auction. All right. Next on the agenda is award broadband engineering CCF grant. I think that whole total grant was like $2 million, right?
It was. This is,
I'll kick it off.
this is the old middle school. We received a $2 million grant award to refurbish the old middle school. Most of this, we need to procure an engineer to do this, and this is to procure that such engineer. We don't have really, they will do the list of things that need to be done, determine what needs to be done to that building, but certainly built in 1948, you're looking at electrical, plumbing, and the roof. So that's the three major items. It's 53,000 square feet that building is, an old school, so we need to select an engineer, and there's a grading sheet in there that
Did everybody get the grading sheet as well?
and high score on that was Farmer Morgan, so I recommend we use Farmer Morgan. Need a motion and second to do it.
Yep.
This is for, it's not just for engineering, right? It's the construction, and the actual construction and the doing the work.
Well, it's
For 2 million?
I'm not sure we have enough time to wait.
Planning, design, construction, and rehabilitation.
Yep.
This is a CFP community living grant that's part of the COVID money that's left over. We've never gotten one of these before. This is good news, but I guess we need to get the money spent before the end of this calendar year. So
For sake of discussion, I'll make a motion.
All right. Motion from Tommy.
and we've budgeted for this. We budgeted for it last year.
Right, but I guess my question is, I'm not arguing the,
I'll put you down as a second since you're talking.
yeah, okay. Now, so the Farmer Morgan, is that the engineering firm?
It is.
Then who's going to do the construction and rehab? Is
Well,
that,
it depends on what's the engineer determines is needed. They'll have to come back to us to,
so then we got to
approve
go out
those
with
bids.
another, it's going to be another competitive selection of the company that's going to actually do the work?
correct.
Wow, there's not a lot of time. So what are we voting on here? Is that we're just voting
The
on
selection of an engineer.
engineer?
Yep.
Okay,
Keith, will he be basically the, what I call the project manager to get all the people there to do the work?
Correct.
so how much is it for the engineer?
$135,000.
Yeah,
All right, so
135.
What is our match?
Was it 5%?
5%, I think. but
We
don't-
budgeted for it for 2 years. It's in the budget, but we just haven't used it. capital projects there.
Farm Memorial graded out on all the sheets.
And we didn't stick Brenda and me and Stephanie.
The motion would be to move forward with Farmer and Morgan on the grant.
And Economic Development Group, they've been working with you
Oh,
on
yes.
this.
Oh, yeah, that's the development districts that it is.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, any other discussions? There being none, I have a motion and a second to move forward with this grant with Farmer and Morgan. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right, next on the agenda. It's, so the next item on the agenda would be, and it's not on our agenda, so we will need to waive the 5-day rule to have a discussion about this.
This is on the bid award for the health department. I left it out of the packet. Just oversight on my part, but we need to get this awarded. This is actually a $570,000 grant that we budgeted for already. It's to improve our health department. It's for upgrades on HVAC, flooring, on our health department. I've got
This is a grant.
tally sheet. I've got the,
But before you get too deep into
Let
it,
me make a
we need a motion in a second to waive the 5-day rule.
Thank you.
Frank,
I'll make that.
and need a second.
here's the bid tabulations.
All in favor to waive the 5-day rule, say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries.
I'm opposed on that. We're using the 5-day rule almost every meeting here.
It's a good thing we had it.
Yeah. So,
You said this is a 5% match also?
Yes, it is 5% match. Any of this COVID money is, with our county, it's all 5%. So this is already budgeted for.
And one in capital projects also.
it's in capital projects.
171, somebody needs to know that.
Yeah.
These companies, they're basically a company out of Knoxville, one out of Jasper, and one out of Carthage, I believe. Bailey Contracting, it's just the lowest price. That's,
And these bids were done through the state, correct?
yeah, the state's handling this whole project. We're not using they're not using the development district. It's the state of Tennessee Department of Health. They're doing all the legwork, but we still have to approve this low bid.
And this is all on the present facility up there, right?
It is.
It is, okay.
And for those of you that the sheets passed out, we got RT Builders, Bailey Construction, WO Construction,
WO didn't turn away at no bid.
no bid, that's right, and then Skilled Services. And
Part of this grant is to widen the existing road going up by Erlanger and also create an egress from Williams Road. And Eric has said that he could do that for us to save us a little bit more money, keep us from having to pay for overruns, that sort of thing. So the state's going to work with us on that as well. So
Bailey Contracting was the lowest bidder.
correct.
We had a motion and a second to move forward with Bailey Contracting.
So moved.
We got a motion from Frank, Need a second.
I'll say,
Well, I'm gonna say Tom, just so we can tell her, you know, thank you.
No second, I got second. I'm saying something.
I got you, buddy. All right, I got a motion and a second to move forward with Bailey contracting. Any other discussions? There being none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
I do have a copy if anybody wants to look at them, all three bids, and the budget committee, they're here.
All right.
It's just a summation, a copy you have there of those bids.
All right, so real quickly, I want to touch on one other thing. It's on the agenda, and I've been in discussion with our attorney, Jennifer, and others. This is about the nonprofit standard update. Still looking at a couple of options there, so we're not prepared to bring anything to the budget committee at this time. Keith and I have talked, we still got a little bit of time when, you know, we can possibly have something by March, maybe, you know, to move forward. I appreciate Linda's input and help on a lot of this. And that's about all I've got to say about that right now. With that being said,
I'll make a motion with adjourn.
you are so adjourned.